Welcome back to the Rage. Recently, Larry Johnson has been cut from the Chiefs. Now, the discussion is whether he will play another game this season or will somebody pick him up. What do you think?
First of all, to go into it, I mean, to be cut by the Kansas City Chiefs has got to be the low life of somebody's career, especially at this point in time. As for where he can go, the Redskins with Clinton Portis just getting hurt, the other day, and the game against the Falcons. I mean, it's just going to be something you got to watch out for. Watch out and see if they pick him up. May go for a real quick pickup this week, right before their next game. But definitely within the next 2 weeks, I think he should be picked up by at least the Steelers or the Redskins. Steelers still struggling to run the ball a little bit. Really don't know if Willie Parker is going to be really back to his old form or not. Just kind of looking at that one. But they still have, Mendenhall and Moeldy Moore, so you never know. But with Clinton Portis, almost a definite out on Sunday, you kind of need to pick up somebody else. And why not to pick up a former, rushing leader?
Yeah, he's got a point right there. I mean, he's no T.J. Duckett. I mean, because talk about because we all know that Larry Johnson, he still has a lot left in the tank. Now, what could prevent him from being signed to a team is that he carries a huge contract that the Chiefs did pay him when he was there when he signed the extension a couple years back. So a lot of teams are gonna kind of shy away because they don't have enough money in the cap room, and that's gonna automatically put them over, which is actually a fine against them. So if he doesn't get signed by the end of the season, then that automatically makes him a free agent, and he's free to sign with any team, pending if they want him or not. So if any team wants to pick up Larry Johnson, they're going to get a quality back, but he's going to have a lot of baggage with him.
It's very interesting that they cut him, being really close to Priest Holmes' all-time rushing record for the Chiefs. Only 74 yards shy, and that's really got hurt. He's 29 years old, rushed for over 1,700 yards twice, so he's still got a lot left, as we had mentioned. But those two teams you had mentioned, the Skins, they could probably use him more, and it wouldn't surprise me if Dan Snyder reached out and grabbed him, especially with the injury to Clinton Portis. And that is a very injury-depleted line, so he might be getting a lot of carries like he did in Kansas City as far as his production goes. But I do see a lot of the changes coming for Larry Johnson. I still think he'd be a productive back.
Up next, the NFL picks for this week. We have a point system now, and how it is, you have 3 games, 1 incredible game, 1 wild card game, and 1 upset special. No matter who you pick in the wild card game, if that team wins, it'll be 2 times the points. Each game you get right, each pick is worth 5 points. If you decide on your upset special to pick the upset pick, that team will be worth 3 times. So 15 points for that one game. The first game, the great game, the game of the week, the New England Patriots at Lucas Oil Stadium. Lucas Oil Stadium. The Indianapolis Colts.
The drum.
Cleveland. Show that objectivity.
Oh, man, it's really tough for me to say anything good about the Patriots, especially, how they played. So, they're a really great team. Tom Brady to Randy Moss, that connection is coming very often. And with our, 3/4 of our defensive backs are out, that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt us a lot, especially against a guy named Randy Moss. Randy Moss, awesome, that, 72-yard touchdown reception he had the other day. It really, really hurts you, and especially if we're going to have to put a rookie on him. That's really going to hurt us a lot. On the other side, Peyton Manning did really good coming back yesterday. We've seen 3 games this year where he has led his team down in the fourth quarter. 4 games if you count the Jacksonville game, which we never really were down. It's just he kind of held the lead. But against Miami, against San Francisco, Quad, and also against the Texans, all those, he showed, great poise. Pierre Garçon catching passes. Austin Collie, also, hurt his form a little bit yesterday, but he'll be all right. He'll play on Sunday. But we'll be okay. But really, I think for the very first time this season, I'm had to go against the Colts. I mean, Randy Moss going against with a rookie. Got to take Randy Moss 10 times out of 10.
Take off that hat.
I don't think so.
Up next, the wild card pick.
Well, the Niners play the Bears at home. The Niners and the Bears both coming off of losses. Kurt Warner torched the Bears. 49ers, they were in a struggle, but Chris Johnson pretty much ran through them to give them the victory. So did Vince Young. Vince Young had an error-free game. So the 49ers, they have a good rushing defense. They're fifth in the league. Passing defense, they're 29th. Terrible. The Bears are pretty. They're not that good either. But Alex Smith and Vernon Davis, they are becoming quite a tandem. As so is Jay Cutler and Devin Hester. But I really feel that since the Bears can't stop the run at all, Frank Gore will have a great game. And I really feel that the Niners will pull it off at home.
The upset special. Doug.
All right, Tampa Bay at Miami. Tampa coming off their first W in those sweet creamsicle jerseys. Scoring 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, beat the Packers. You could call that a quality victory. I guess any victory right now for the Bucs is a quality victory. But going down to Miami, where it just seems like they play at a different level, regardless of who they're playing. They're averaging almost close to 200 yards rushing when they play down in South Beach, and the Bucs are 30th against the run. So I don't see this faring very well for the Bucs. As much as I'd like to think that they could go out there and play well against the Dolphins in Miami, I don't think it's going to happen. I like the Dolphins.
The panel will place their picks. You have heard a few of them, but you will hear it from them themselves. JB, first game, New England versus Indianapolis.
I'm taking New England.
Chris.
New England, Randy Moss.
I
Doug.
like Indy.
He picked New England.
I don't care. I still support my team. It's
And he
just-
wears the Colts hat.
Yeah, I still support the team, but here, like Quad has said, I gotta be objective to this. So I gotta put my analyst face on, not my fan face on.
You might want to turn the hat backwards, though.
Nope.
The wild card pick, Chicago at San Francisco. Doug.
I like the Bears.
Chris.
Niners.
Cleveland.
Chicago.
JB.
I am taking the Bears.
You lost.
The upset special, Cleveland.
Oh man, as much as I would love to have 15 points, it's just not worth taking. I gotta go with Miami.
Doug.
Dolphins.
Chris.
Dolphins.
JB.
Dolphins. Big. I mean, they average
Huge.
200 yards at home, and Tampa Bay is 30th against the run. Not in this lifetime with them cream silver uniforms. Not even Bucky, the Buccaneer, can save them on this one, man.
Clint Singleton, eat your heart out. The panel probably made you proud. Up next, we will have the NBA review here on The Range.